Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to London for the NBA 2K17 European All-Star Tournament Finals. My name is Simon Hosanna. Now, not only am I the host for the NBA London game on Thursday night, right here in this wonderful city of ours, but I'm also lucky enough to be here for tonight's finals, to bring you what will be the exciting climax to a wonderful competition. Now, what is at stake for one of these two teams is a trip to the USA to the All-Star game. Now, we are here in the wonderful, the really exciting, if you are a basketball fan, the Mecca in Europe. It is the NBA Europe headquarters. And I am joined by one of our most wonderful All-Stars in the NBA. He will be here in London. He's playing on Thursday night. You know him. He's an All-Star. He's an all-defensive player. But he is here tonight as part of the NBA 2K17 European All-Star Tournament final event. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, please, for Mr. Paul George.
Hello, man.
Good to see you, Paul. Now, I was lucky enough to see you last night. I'll give you another welcome to London. How are you feeling now? What, a day in?
Yeah, feel good. Feel good. I'm really learning about the culture here. I think today I will have some fish and chips, so I'm looking forward to that.
Now, we are here for a very, very special event. It is the NBA 2K17 European All-Star Tournament Finals. I know you are a massive gamer yourself, and this game is one of your favorite games, right?
It is. Grew up playing 2K since a kid. It's came a long ways, and I'm just happy to be a part of the growth of the game.
Now, there's a couple of things that I want to mention before we bring on the teams. The first is, what was it like being the poster boy, being the poster athlete of the game?
Pretty surreal. You know, every day I see the game and I turn the game on, it's me, and it blows my mind that, you know, I've made it to this point. It never gets old, and, you know, even when they make, you know, 2K18, 2K19, I'll probably still go back every now and then, play 2K17.
Whatever happens, you'll always be able to say, that was me right there. And the other thing that we should mention as well is, and the reason why I saw you last night was, you've just launched your new shoe, and there is a special TK edition as well, isn't there?
There was. 2K, a Nike partner up to make a special pair. I get to wear it here, so looking forward to it.
And you're going to wear that on Thursday night at the game. What's the special part, the 2K connection with the shoe?
Well, I got the actual rendering of my character inside the sole of the shoe. So once you look down and look.
I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already seen it, where have you been? Because it's wrapped all over the social media. It is absolutely awesome. Now, let's welcome the teams now, please, Paul. They are the special reason that we are here tonight. Please welcome, first of all, the team from YSL United. With the tag, your boy Nash, it's Ben McMahon. With the tag of Greg Popovich, it is Robin Nordmarker. With the tag of Sizzle 96, Emil Carlon. With the tag of X-Shells, put your hands together please for Sean Springett. And finally for YSL United, with the tag JLB the Great, it's Yanis Neumann. Ladies and gentlemen, that is YSL United. Good job, guys. Take your seats. Thank you very much. Now, their opponents go by the name of the False Prophets. First of all, with the tag, Amund666, Amund Yantnes. With the tag, Leo Tassama, it's Leonardo Tassama. so much swag you had there, and you just ruined it right at the last minute, right? Remember where the playing pad is, right? Okay, all right. With the tag, V Guna, James Ball. Good to see you, sir. Good luck. Now, with the tag, you are scared or what? It is Drillin Condry. Love these tags, man. Love these tags. And last but certainly not least, they saved the best name for me with the tag in Nadus. It's Nadus Machulitis. Have you got that? Yeah, you can hear a lot of that. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. They are our false prophets. Thank you very much. Take a seat, and we'll come back to you very, very shortly. So those are our two teams, YSL United and the false prophets. Paul, well, I'm going to see you on Thursday night. What are you expecting for that?
For the game, I'm expecting for us to really get up and down, play a hard game. We're playing really well of late. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of energy, a lot of high, intensity. We're going to get after it.
I know you will do. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Paul now has to leave us, but can we give him a big round of applause, please? Paul George, ladies and gentlemen, with us here at NBA London.
Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've got two experts with me, which is a very, very good thing. Please put your hands together. Oh, well, just don't bother clap for them. They don't deserve it, really. But they are our experts. They will be joining me in the booth. It was on the script for the clap, but no, ignore them. Dave Fraser and Alex Cole from Double Clutch. Dave, Alex, what can we expect tonight?
Good evening, world. Welcome, everyone, to London. We've got two good young teams here, raring to go.
Yeah, they're playing for a place in the All-Star weekend to go watch the All-Star game in New Orleans, so plenty to play for. They've both got good win records. Should be a good game.
Wonderful stuff. Thank you very much. I'm going to come across there and join you very, very shortly because you've heard enough from me. It's about time to get on with what we are here for. Ladies and gentlemen, it is nearly time for the NBA 2K17 European All-Star Tournament Finals. Players, are you ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play ball. Here we go. Right. This is it, guys.
Let's go.
Good to see you.
Simon, how are you?
Yeah, good to see you. So here we go.
Look at those ratings.
There are some big, big ratings there. Got the team lineups coming up just very, very shortly.
There's some sweet tattoos there.
You wonder how much time is actually spent going into actually signing these. But that's the brilliant thing about this. It's unique, isn't it? It's unique to that individual player. Right, we're about to tip off for the final. This is the best of 3, remember. It is the first team to win 2 games. And we are underway.
This is the false prophets in the white. YSL United in the white, pardon, and false prophets in the black.
And the first foul called already. Nice pass inside the key. Should have turned around there.
Turnover.
You know, yeah, early days, and I think the most interesting thing for me is that a lot of these guys, this is the first time that they've actually met each other, so it's how they play. That's going to be the big thing for me, right?
Yeah, I mean, YSL United, I think, have been playing since 2K15 together, so they should have some chemistry on the court, but as will the false prophets. Well,
YSL are in the lead, early 2-point advantage. For those of you who are new to the game and new to the competition. Oh, my goodness me!
Guna.
Don't bother, listen to me. Now, this is why it's special, right? Because the guy who just scored is called V Guna, James Ball. And I am, obviously, a bit of an Arsenal fan, a little bit of Wimbledon there as well. So the Guna just came down there and just slammed it, brought the house down.
Did you say his name was James Ball? That should be James Baller, because that was good.
I see what you did there. We're getting early. We're less than a minute into the game already, and we're coming out with the puns already.
Well, there's my man, Greg Popovich. That's a great tag, that one.
They are great tags, I have to say.
Gooner again.
So as I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted,
Timeout.
is that what we are doing now, it is the best of 3, so the first team to win 2 games, but it's 5-minute quarters, right?
Correct.
5-minute quarters. Timeout was called there, and they can do that whenever they want to. Gooner. Oh, he's through again with another slam.
He's the one to
Goodness me.
Fly like a sparrow, swoop like an eagle.
Oh.
You went the sparrow, really.
I have to say, I really hope that the real Gooners can get. Oh, nice! First tray factor. I'll give that a boom.
That looked contested all day. I'm surprised that's gone down. Needed that.
Looking to come back with a 3-pointer of their own, and they don't. So back on YSL. Papovic, the guy that you talked about,
There's my
came
man.
down, and he was fouled.
So after speaking to both teams before the game, both are going to look to crash the glass.
Wonderful assist there into the paint, and JLB the great, slamming it down. I think it's fair to say that both of these teams are looking to go for the easy bucket, that high, that high percentage shot, the slammer jammer.
Oh,
It's a great steal.
Is that Chris Anderson?
Leo Tassima picks it up. Oh, it's a great pass!
Get the ball inside, easy look, lovely.
Wonderful. That was a really good look as well, and you're scared or what? It's another slammer jammer right down there on the baseline. And we're coming back and forth each way, and it's YSL once again back up by 3.
Yeah, it started just as we kind of predicted, Dave. Both teams playing run and gun ball and just looking for open shots, and here's one.
Scared or what? Comes right back, levels up the score at 9. Oh my goodness me, there is no settling in this game. Both teams are going at it hammer and tongs.
There's no time to settle in. They're already halfway through the first quarter, so it's going to be over before you know it. They know that.
And that's the thing, right? Time goes so quickly, you forget just how quickly 5 minutes can go. Ooh, that was a risky pass, but will they profit from that? Shot from outside. Yes, they certainly do, and it's YSL once again up by 2. So for those of you who've just joined us, welcome to this live broadcast. Another 3-pointer.
That's really good.
Oh,
Dunks and threes, that's what they're dealing in.
A good
That's what
hard
the false
screen
prophets are
by
dealing in.
Leo there.
so these guys, what we don't hear is they're chatting to themselves all the time as well, aren't they?
That's the key to any good team, Simon, is good communication. We know that. I'm sure
Right.
Paul George knows that as well.
Well, you know what? I'm fairly certain I've commentated on some teams that have got no communication whatsoever. So maybe they could learn a thing from these youngsters playing. And I mentioned youngsters because we have got a wide spread of age here. We range from the 17, and we've got Amund Yeltnis, who is 26. So he must feel like an OAP sitting here. Right
He's
here.
the veteran, isn't he?
We're aging him already at 26. YSL back up by 3. If it stays like this the whole way through, we are in for something special. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining. Shot back outside. Another offensive board.
And the timeout was called by Gooner.
And a timeout called by Gooner.
26. Cool. Do you remember when we were 26?
Listen, I can't even remember when I was 46, right? So don't be asking me those kind of questions. So just over a minute remaining. We've got ourselves a tight game, 3-point game, 15-12. Under 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. And they do profit from it. The false prophets. See what I did
Yeah,
there?
I see what you did
Oh,
there.
great.
We're going to get there. We're going to get there. We've got a bit of time this.
Oh, he's...
Nice. Oh! JLB the great with a great reverse dunk. Look at him. Look, no expression whatsoever on their faces.
Just another day in the office, eh?
Ice
Do it
veins.
in their sleep. Literally, just another day in the NBA offices. I mean, it's just great. So let's see what the Profits can do.
Still.
Not a lot on this offense. Seconds are running down. Are they going to run the clock down, or are they going to go for it? Looks like they're running the clock down. Ball is out of bounds.
And the clock shot should be reset to 14 seconds there.
I did not know you were a table official as well. Is there no end to your skills?
It hasn't been.
And another pass inside. JLB the Great says, I don't care how long he's left on that 24-second clock. I'm going in and I'm going to slam it. Largest lead of the game now for YSL with seconds ticking down. 5-point advantage.
They should hold it for the last shot now.
Guna, yeah.
He's looking for something special again.
He is indeed. Nice dump off. And it is. Oh, the swoop doesn't go. One of the rare misses. Seconds ticking now. Will they get the shot off at the end of the quarter? Oh, great block. Wonderful block. Great block at the end of the quarter. And we are straight into the second quarter. We're not even bothering about having a chat about we just want to get on. Remember, guys, remind us what the prize is on stake here.
David?
They are getting a trip to New Orleans for the All-Star weekend. It is the holy grail for all NBA fans or NBA gaming fans, whatever. It's going to be some show. We're going to see plenty of that. Plenty of that.
JLB the Great is going in with an early offering for the MVP on this. There is some great action going on. And you mentioned the trip to the All-Star. But this in itself is a great prize for them anyway. 3-pointer shot, and this needs to go in, and it does indeed.
Lovely.
For the Profits. Because these guys, they've come from all across the country, all across Europe, so they have already won a prize by being here, not only in London, but at the NBA London offices, but they're also getting to see the game on Thursday night. It's a great prize.
Yeah, that's right, Simon. There's a couple of guys in from Sweden who have never been to London, and a few others from around the world that have never been to London.
Norway, got a Scandinavian feel about it today. I think we've got some from Germany as well, have we not? Northern Ireland as well.
And a couple of homegrown guys from London as well.
London, Brighton as well. Oh, that's a great
good
play.
strip. I think that strip was Leo. Wonderful strip from him. Does he turn the defense into offense? Papovic, JLB the Great.
Good team goal.
Good team movement. Sizzle.
This is good.
Doesn't
Sharing
get
the rock.
Sizzle. They really are, and they're moving it around, trying to find the open spot.
They waited for the right shot there.
Yeah, I'm glad they scored that. That's encouraging, good passing, playing the Spurs way.
Actually, that's probably the most conventional form of offense that we've seen in this game.
Pass, take the open shot. That's what they're there for.
There's some great screens set here by Leo Tassima. He's creating room for his teammates. And there's with the roll as well.
Well, we spoke to them before the game, didn't we? They said they were looking to play with a lot of pick and rolls, which is a good, fundamental basketball, isn't it?
It is, especially the way the NBA has been played these days. The pick and rolls get the open looks.
And you know what? Look what's happened now. 7-point game. It's the largest lead of the game as we now roll down to just about 3 minutes remaining in the first half. So already the False Prophets really needing now to play some good defense now, but also start making some of those shots. They were hitting them early on, but now they're, you know what? It may be a case of YSL stepping up on the defense, but whatever happened, or whatever has happened, is the False Prophets are now finding it a bit harder.
Well, Simon, you know what they say? Offense wins games, defense wins championships.
And as a blue-collar basketball player where defense was my stronger point, I absolutely agree with you. Once again, it's a 7-point game for the Profits, for the YSL team.
Defense was my strong point, Simon, but that's only because my offense was absolutely terrible.
You know what? You didn't even need to add that second bit. We all picked it up. We knew exactly what you were talking about. Hang time. Lovely. That was nice. Because yet again, YSL were coming with the double team, and it was a nice movement in the air, shaped himself and actually put it in. And it's a 5-point game. Whoa, that's a long three. Too
Steph
long.
Curry
Good
in the
rebound,
house.
though.
Open three. It's good.
3-point is good. YSL now extend the lead to 8 as the minutes ticking down to the end of the first half. That wasn't the most subtle of fouls there by Leo Tassima. Ends up on the floor. 1:46 remaining. 23 to the False Prophets. 31 to a YSL.
Our first foul of the game there, guys. It's been a clean game so far.
It has indeed. JLB the Great trying to show he's got outside range. So JLB the Great not only has that inside game, that dynamic inside game, but he's got long range game too.
He's the stretch big man.
He's the modern big man in the NBA, so he can shoot that three, but also get inside.
The point forward. Oh, Leo Tassima with the 360.
They need a few stops now, though.
They do need some defense.
A couple of stops, a couple of made baskets, they're right back in it. They've still got over half to go.
And the foul is called. Papovic, first player who will go to the strike to shoot 2.
So we got the chance to speak to head coach of the Denver Nuggets, Mike Malone, earlier. And he said about Thursday's games that all these games have got the chance to go to. He said of the game, it's going to be run and gun. It's going to be similar to this one, actually. And the team that shows that they can play defense will win that on Thursday. And I think it's going to be just like this.
What defense?
Yeah.
And whilst we've been talking, YSL have extended to a double-digit lead now, 36-27. False Profits really do need something, and they need it at both ends of the court. Nice play inside once again. That was nice. And JLB really is putting on a wonderful show, as are the rest of the False Profits. Correction, as are the rest of the YSL. And I was giving some hope there to the False Profits. They really, really need it. Leo Tatsuma inside.
So we spoke to the YSL guys earlier, and Young Savage Lifestyle is what it stands for.
Young Swedish Lifestyle.
We aren't quite sure. They aren't quite sure.
Some founding members were Swedish. I think that's
So I actually asked them what it stood for as well, and they just looked at me with a blank face, right? And so I just said, Young, Sweet and Loaded, I think was what I went for.
We dug deeper.
Nice pass inside Leo Tassima, and look, False Profits are on a run now. It's back down to 7.
This is a big possession for
This
both teams.
is a big possession. Left. You're right, 9.6. Here we go. This could be a big play going into the second half. The scoop off the backboard. 9 point. Look at that. Look at the expressions on their faces.
Frustrated.
And that is the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. And what a great first half that was. Let's find out who the player of the half was. It had to be JLB the Great. I mean, he was great, wasn't he? Inside and outside.
He was JLB the Great.
Wonderful stuff there from JLB the Great. But it is a 9-point game. So what do you think that the Profits need to do to come back into this game?
Just a bit of defence inside. I think the YSL are just getting the ball underneath the hoop, and that's where you get the highest percentage of shots.
They can't panic. That's what people would do. They could, in this situation, they'd often get the ball and think, I need to shoot 3, cut into lead with 3 pointers. No need for that just yet. Got plenty of time. Take the open shots, play hard on defence, get a few stops, get a few buckets, and before you know it, it's a tight game again.
So, looks like we are back underway. It is a 9-point game. So that's what the experts have said. That's what you've said. Let's listen to see if the both teams actually have a listen to what you said, or whether they were concentrating on their own thing.
They've got to stop already. What can they do at the other end?
This is going to be a big play. We talked about the play at the end, and that's a steal. Those turnovers.
It's good transition D there. They got back quickly. Oh, and another steal.
Another steal.
That's what you're talking about, playing hard on defence, Dave. Get in their faces.
Oh, open look.
And they're not doing it. So they've already done one of those things that we talked about, which was the defence. Now they need to start getting that offensive start dialed up. Oh, it's a long steal. Go! What are you waiting for?
Give.
Don't wait for Christmas. Christmas gone! Oh! Ammon 666. Lovely.
That was tastier than a falafel sandwich.
I have to say, any more of these, I'm getting up and I am going. Not because they're bad, but because I'm hungry.
Oh, no, they are bad. You just be honest.
So that was a nice dunk by your boy Nash, and I have to say, doesn't look anything like your boy Steve Nash, but he is playing and he's being effective, which Mr. Nash really was when in the real game.
He would enjoy that, wouldn't he?
Waiting again.
There's a good look.
Need more of them. It's a good look. He needs to stay defensive and take those easy shots.
That's good. Papovic on the ball.
So just over 3 minutes. Another foul. So just a reminder that this is a best of 3 finals as part of the NBA 2K17 European All-Star Tournament. So whatever happens in this game, we have the potential of 2 more games. First team to get to win 2 games will be our winners, and will find themselves en route to that small place called New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah, so they needed that. Look at that 5-point game now. It was double digits at one point. They're down to 5. Obviously taking the advice that we put forward in half time.
Good lads. Yeah, cut it down to a 5-point game.
They've just got to keep doing what they're doing, and on the other hand, YSL have just got to make sure they don't panic. Conversely, because you know what it's like when a team starts to dig into a lead, it gets a bit nerve-wracking. They missed another shot.
For sure. I mean, you know, it's a final. There's a lot on the line here, so they're bound to be nervous. But it's just keeping those nerves under wraps and just, you know, playing how they would usually play together.
And one.
Is that going to be our first and one? It really was.
One. If only Carlos Boozer were here. To scream and one.
You know what's going to really impress me now? I don't know if you saw the game where the guy went to the line and shot underhand.
Oh yeah, that was a week.
That's what I want to see. All my
style.
friends at 2K, please get that into the game. Please be able to.
Oh, it's in there.
That shot.
It's in there, son. Yeah. I
animations?
popped it on my player. Yeah.
You've got it on your My Player as well. Oh, straight back. We have got ourselves a very good game. It was 11. It's now 6 points. So the False Prophets hanging there or thereabouts. We're just under halfway through the third quarter. Oh, the waters parted.
Yeah.
Like a mythical story. And the lead is extended by YSL. I know we've got lots of people watching this, so we've also asked people to hit us up with any of your comments as well. Let us know how we're doing, anything you want to say. But also, we want to find out what you think YSL should stand for. We're going to try and get some of those social comments as well. So if you are outside in the big world, watching it all over the place.
Lucky not to be an and one.
As your boy Nash comes back again.
See, it's back to 10 points again.
Just like that,
Just
as
like
quick as that. Double-digit lead once more for YSL. Oh, Leo Tassama inside.
There you go, there's that pick and roll from Leo Tassama.
Open under the hoop. And doesn't he look like Chris Sanderson, the Birdman
Does the
himself?
Birdman.
Open look. Ooh, supposed to take. He's taking
Nice
that
pass outside. That's a nice bucket. If it does, it doesn't. Nice pass inside. But you know what? That is a good foul. That is a good foul. You're scared or what? We'll go to the line now. False Prophets really need this. They really need this to come back. First one good. One more to come. There you go. Brought it back to a 6-point game now, False Prophets. But they need really good defense. Really good defense needed by the False Prophets.
A stop now to make it the other end, and you're talking 3-4 points. Oh, you got a steal. Have they got the steal?
Nice interception there.
Easy as
Turnover. Come on now. Finish. Oh! He bought Sizzle 96. He was crawling all over him, and he took him with him to the basket. And you know what I liked about that as well? Left-handed. It was a left-handed slammer jam. Now, I'm not sure if the viewers can actually hear that as well, but a big shout just went up there. Did you hear that?
Yeah, no more fouls.
It's a big thing.
Don't want to put him in the bonus at this point.
Absolutely. Your boy Nash, nice pass inside.
Over Birdman.
And Papovic, I think that's his first dunk.
They can go 2 for 1 here if they get a quick shot.
Let's see if they're listening to the experts. Oh, nice in it now. Wonderful play from Laguna. 4-point game. This is as close as it's been for a long, long time. Now can the Prophets stand on D?
Oh, the 3-point specialist.
Absolute dagger to the heart there. That's.
And you know what? He's the kind of player that you hate to play against because he'll do you wherever you want to put him. If you put him outside, you play out a strong defense, he'll go down into the paint, right?
Yeah.
Nice pass inside. You're scared or what? Oh, we are building ourselves up for a climax for the final quarter of this first game. It's a 5-point game. This is a big one.
4 seconds.
Papovic. Oh, it's a dagger.
Oh, is it good?
Oh, it doesn't go.
I tell you what, that would have made a massive, massive difference if that 3-pointer had gone down.
I would have.
So, guys,
doesn't he know it?
Here we go. 5 points, final quarter, 5 minutes remaining in regulation. What's your call? Who are you going to go for? I should have asked this right from the beginning. Who are you going for?
Well, we haven't mentioned this yet, but the win record for YSL, who are winning, is 58-0. They have never lost as a team. So, I mean, you can't argue with that, can you?
And that's a stat and a half. So basically, you're glory hunting.
Yes. But it's okay. I support the Milwaukee Bucks in real life, who are not about winning recently. So.
What about yourself? Are you glory hunting?
No, I'm going to go for the False Prophets. I think YSL have started to lose control of the game. They've been in control for the majority of the first half, but they've just started to just started to let the false prophets back in, so I'm going to go for that.
Parting of just the defence just completely wide open there.
It was indeed.
Giving you hope.
Hot knife through butter. And it was that boy Gunnar once again.
That's a lovely trill you've got there, Simon. So I'm learning Italian at the moment, and I'm trying to learn to trill, but I can't.
A trill.
So.
I'll tell you what you
Very
need to do.
jealous.
You need to get a budgie as a pet.
Yeah?
Yeah. Nothing trills better than a budgie. For those of you out there wondering what we're talking about, because I know there are people all over the world, they're sitting there, they're going, what's a budgie?
And what's a trill? Do it, Simon, go on.
Trill.
Lovely.
You Gunnar or what?
Reverse layup miss.
Nice.
Greg Popovich,
Oh,
he's
wow.
all the way to the hoop.
Can you imagine Greg Popovich dunking like that these days?
But you know what? It's a 9-point game again, so once again, YSL starting to take control.
Hate to say I
Push your
told you
thing
so.
through.
Yeah, they're taking control back.
Definitely time for a bit of, you know, hard defence. Get some stops, even if that means setting to the line and taking advantage of the other end. No need for threes yet. Got a couple of minutes before you
There's no need to panic.
There
That's
you
a
go.
lovely pass inside.
Pump fake.
Oh, but he went outside.
Basketball's a game of runs, gentlemen.
He is, but you know
Oh,
what?
see.
Should have taken that. Should have taken the easy shot on, but he passed it back outside. Now will he be made to suffer? No,
Bit
he won't be.
nerves.
He got away with it. Another opportunity for the Profits. Open look this time. That's what I'm talking about. You're not scared.
Or what?
So, ladies and gentlemen, at half-time, at the end of this game, we are going to be joined by another legend here with us at the NBA headquarters in London. Well, I hope we are. Most definitely. So, timeout call, 7-point game.
I can always vamp if needed, you know.
I was going to say, what other legends do you need other than myself and Dave?
No, we're not legends, we're experts, allegedly.
And I mentioned your podcast earlier. Go on, do you want to give it a little bit of a shout out?
Oh, the Double Clutch podcast. Check it out at Double Clutch UK.
Yeah, use the hashtag
Twitter.
NBA in the UK as well. We should have a podcast dropping soon with that interview with Mike Malone, head coach Denver Nuggets we were speaking about earlier. So keep tuned for that.
And the best thing about sitting next to these guys is they just keep on dropping in all of these, you know, well, I was speaking with so-and-so, and I was speaking with so-and-so, and I happened to be speaking to so-and-so.
Well, we haven't
as
mentioned
well.
Emmanuel Mudiay yet.
Oh, there you go.
We're saving him for the next game. Just keep your ear open.
Well, you have just spoken to Paul George.
And you know what? You have, yeah. No, and
Oh, you have?
I have spoken to him. Spoke to him last night, as I said, and he's such a wonderful guy as well. He's just so humble. You
Yeah.
talk about his two-way game, but you know there's two sides of Paul George. And the best thing about it, he's such a big fan of NBA 2K17.
I think you said it earlier, Simon, but he is the perfect guy to be on the cover of 2K17.
Absolutely.
Great cover star.
9-point game. What do you reckon?
It's going to go down to the wire, I think.
I think it will do.
Need a
Two
stop.
minutes left.
Oh,
They
that's
do
an
need
open
to stop.
three. You can't give
Two.
that.
Oh!
I'm calling it now.
And
Game.
that could be the big
be.
shot. But the
That
thing
could
I
have been
love
the
about
dagger.
basketball is 2 minutes is a long, long way to go. Nice pass inside.
There is plenty of time,
Oh,
but
it's a good time out.
they need to start making some buckets now.
So 1:55 remaining in this first game. It is the best of three. You are tuned in to the NBA 2K17 European All-Star Tournament. And much needed
Very
points
good.
there for the false profits. Bring it back down to single digits, but there's 150 remaining. So what do you think, YSL? If you were the coach, what would you do? Would you run the clock, or would you just keep on playing as you've been playing?
Well,
I would take my time. I would try and run out the shot clock as best I could.
not that
and
they're listening, taking a
That was a
3
very deep
seconds
three.
into the shot clock, but yeah, they can burn some clock. You've got 24-second shot clocks, you can burn a lot of time.
Nice.
I mean, look at that now, 7 points already. Just hold the ball. You've got 24 seconds, there'll be just over a minute left. Just take your time. Oh, you'll lose
there's a
it.
steal.
Yeah.
Good hustle.
could start seeing some intentional fouling.
Wonderful hustle.
Send the opposition to the line
Yeah.
soon.
Hope they get a few misses, go up and get a 3 of your own. Did I call it too early? Maybe.
Yeah, you were ready. You were
I was
ready to hand
ready.
over the
Yeah.
trophy right there. But you know what? The false prophet said, no, sir.
Well, just like the All-Star dunk contest last year, after Aaron Gordon's incredible dunk, they said, this is over, this is over. And then, you know, Zach LaVine comes back in with a incredible dunk minutes later to win it. So maybe I've done the same thing.
We've
Cool.
had a couple of dunk contest worthy dunks tonight, haven't we?
I really think we have. And some good shooting as well.
Oh, I thought you were talking about us at training earlier. No?
Let's not start talking about us.
Yeah, we heard that on the podcast last night, Simon, about your dunking escapades.
You know what? If cameras were invented when I was
Oh,
dunking,
still.
great still. Forget I was talking.
could be
Go on, finish
huge.
it now. Big. You're scared of what? He's coming in big down the stretch. It's 5 points is now the advantage to YSL. The false profits are coming back. Was that what happened there?
Oh, I thought he went out of bounds there, but it was
I
just
thought it did.
called the timeout
Someone called a
beforehand.
timeout.
It's getting tense.
We really are getting tense now. And as I mentioned before, when you called the game early, the false profits went, not so fast.
I can't help but think that YSL have shot themselves in the foot a little bit by not doing this earlier.
Yeah.
Move the ball, keep
Yeah.
the ball, burn the clock. That's what they need to be doing right now.
And that's what we talked about. That's what we were coaching.
That's open,
right?
though.
From
That's
This is
open.
the big three.
That's the
oh,
one.
it's a big three!
And that's what you're talking
Yeah.
about, Dave. Patience, wait for the open shot from outside. The one with a three-point specialist, one in the corner, lovely.
And particularly,
Excels.
they're trying to chase the game, the false profits, so they're going to be looking to like close down the attackers very, very quickly, so they're going to leave an open man. That's when you pass it out, take the shot,
Just let them chase you.
like Paul Pierce, full game.
Guna again. You know what? There's been some spells where Guna has
Yeah.
just found so much space and just managed
Yeah.
to go in. But now it's a big stand. Now they need a big stand.
Intentional foul, maybe? Yeah, there
Yeah,
it is.
there
I
you
think
go.
That's an intentional foul.
Guna and Leo Tassima I'm a big fan of. I think
Yeah.
he does a lot off the ball for the false profits, and looking for him to come in game 2, grab hold of the game.
So YSL not in the penalty. Well,
They weren't.
they weren't in
But-
the penalty. They now are now. So 29 seconds.
So there's the intentional fouls that we were talking about.
Banky on some misses, but it doesn't look like he's going to miss at this stage, does it? No.
And that's so depressing when you foul someone. He just goes up to the line, drains the two, like it ain't nothing.
Need a
Like it
quick
ain't a
three.
Tuesday evening in London and you're playing to go to the NBA All-Star game in New Orleans.
Cool as a cucumber in the fridge.
And now this is psychological now, right? We're all getting psychological. I'm talking right over that one. Right there. But this is what I love about the game. This is what I love about NBA 2K17, because you can do all that psychological stuff as well as physical elements as well.
It's fantastic, and the AI is getting better and better every year, and it's so fun to play. As these guys will test them.
Nice pass inside, but you know what? I think I'm going to have to go with the too little too late, as the seconds are ticking down now to the end
Oh, I think
of this first of 3 games.
Well, they've not given up just yet.
Yeah.
That's good to see, especially with game 2 coming up next.
But Sizzle 96, he's now 100%.
Automatic, yeah.
There you go. You see?
Oh, it's switch.
He's just saying, put me on the line whenever you want to. I will drain it.
They need a quick 3 and a quick foul. It's got to be very, very quick now. Go up. And
Foul on 3.
That would have been
Oh,
big.
wait, the other way.
Offensive. They called
Basket.
offensive
Way.
That's an
foul.
offensive foul.
They called an offensive foul, and that was not in the playbook
Was
of
not.
the Falls Profits. So JLB, well, we've seen him inside the paint, we've seen him outside the three-point arc, and now we've seen him at the free throw line. The guy can do everything.
the whole package.
Is he your MVP, Simon, for the game?
He's definitely my MVP for the game. So that is the end of the first game of 3. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first game. YSL are in the lead in this first of 3 game series. YSL lead 1-0. That was a great game. That was absolutely fantastic to watch. YSL seemed to get in control early on, but no matter what the run from the false profits, they just couldn't do it at the end.
Yeah, they got in control early on, as you said, and they stayed in control, and that was the key. Even when the false profits looked to be getting back into the game, took it down to a 5-point game, but just wasn't enough.
But the good thing about that is, that game, if there is a good thing, let's try and take the positives out of it, is that there is plenty there for the false profits. There's lots of hope for the false profits to go into the second game with.
That was by no means a blowout. Let's not sugarcoat this. They were in that from the first to the last. The time may have been running out, and I may have called it very prematurely, but they were still in that. That was not over until about 10, 15, 20 seconds left on the clock. A couple of shots their way.
So, you're right, absolutely right, and a big second game is going to be coming up very, very shortly. A big second game for both of these teams, but for different reasons. We're going to be back with a second game. Don't go anywhere. We're back after this break.